Hello and welcome to the MAC weather page for this Monday, the 4th of July, 2016. And we got a nice start to the day today. There's going to be a little bit more in the way of cloud cover, especially across the southern part of the state, where once you get down around 94 to the south, not impossible. You can see a couple of showers down there, but shouldn't be anything too significant. But certainly we've got a much warmer week coming ahead, and that's our headlines as we see the heat return, and along with some storms that could bring some isolated, pretty heavy rainfall totals in the Wednesday through Friday time period. Again, any showers today will move out by this evening, allowing for some good fireworks conditions. And again, the heat will return about Wednesday with the high humidity. Tuesday will be quite a bit warmer with highs in the mid to upper 80s, and I think we have a chance of mid 80s to around 90 as we get into the day on Wednesday and Thursday. So again, very warm air coming along with very humid conditions. Dew points well into the 60s to around 70 will make things feel quite uncomfortable for the second half of the week. But hopefully we do get that much needed rainfall. Our normals for the day, our normal high is 83, the normal low is 56, and yesterday you can see we had a high of 81 and a low of 55 with no precipitation. If we take a look at the conditions across the MAC and LAC areas yesterday, all these slides you can see on our website as well. For Sunday, you can see we had no precipitation across the area with highs in the upper 70s to the low 80s for a nice day yesterday. If we look around the state right now, our current conditions are in the mid to upper 50s here on this Monday morning. And we look across the Great Lakes, you can see temperatures mainly in the 50s as well. Warmer air pushing in from the west will allow again, a lot of temperatures in the 80s this week. And we'll even have a chance, I think, of a couple of 90s. And the big story so far is the very dry conditions. Here's the weighted averages for the month of May, June, and the first few days of July. And you can see very, very dry across several portions of the MAC area. No location has had normal rainfall here over the last 2 months and a few days here in July. So very dry out there. And with that dry air, warmer conditions, you can see some of the 90-degree days. Breckenridge has already recorded 4. Remember last year we didn't record a single day above 90, and we only had 1 or 2 locations hit 90 all of last year, and they only did it one time. So we're off to a warmer start, and again, we expect quite a warm summer coming ahead. My forecast is for about 15 days above 90. As far as those showers this morning that might creep into southern lower Michigan, you can see some of the colder cloud tops, and again, could see a few light rain showers on these. This will slide off to the east though by late in the afternoon, early evening. We should again have good conditions for tonight's fireworks displays. On the weather map this morning, you can see a lot of areas of low pressure off to our south, and they'll be moving mainly off to the south here over the next few days. Our weather maker will come in from the west later this week. We'll have high pressure off to the east, and that'll allow for some warm and humid air to come up into the system as it moves towards the state late in the week. And you can see by tomorrow morning's forecast map, the first low pressure system that'll move to our north will bring some scattered showers and thunderstorms off to our west. But again, we should be high and dry here across most of the Great Lakes. And then finally by Wednesday, precipitation will move in as this low pressure system moves to the northern part of the state, and the stronger system back to the west. That'll be moving along that front. That'll be somewhat stationary across the Great Lakes, but it'll be far enough north where we should get into the warm air as each one of these systems moves off to our west, and then as they move off to the east, the front will sag a little farther south. But again, we should be in a pretty good spot to pick up plenty of rainfall in the Wednesday to Friday time period. As far as the models and the difficulty we're having trying to forecast some of the rains and how much and where, very interesting. The U.S. model at midnight showed a very extreme amount of rainfall across the southern part of the state. But the problem is 6 hours later, the same model, only about a ½ inch to an inch. So again, the U.S. models really struggle, and even the European struggles when it comes to MCS complexes. And again, it'll depend on where those big complexes of storms form and where they move. But again, I think most areas have a good shot at picking up at least 3/4 of an inch to 1 1.25 inches. And again, some isolated areas could get quite a bit more. And we'll just have to wait until we get closer to this event before we get too excited about forecasting rainfall amounts. A lot can change in a few days. And if we look at the what the WPC forecast over the next 7 days, again, it brings a generous amount of rainfall into much of the Great Lakes. So certainly, hopefully, we'll really put a dent on this dry weather we have And of course, it makes sense that we'd get a lot of rain now that wheat harvest has begun or is getting ready to begin across the area. Thanks for stopping by and have a great rest of your 4th of July weekend, and 73s to all.